Hi, this is a poem I call The Secondary Norm in Primary Form. The primary norms control and reform down on the stormy surface. Above realize the subliminal prize of secondary balance and purpose. The tertiary views the logical crews who serve the cycle of surplus. The quaternary minds refine design, and the quinary illuminates the circus. Um, I've got some other poems uh, that I'm still working on. California formula norm. It's a twisted sort of algebra of geography. So geo, it's it's a vacuum. Okay, a vacuum that takes you to where you need to go, so you don't have to walk everywhere amid chaos. And this comes from an east-west exposure as a child. So I saw Chinatown, California, Mexico, and most people did not see this, and they don't need to know too much about that. It just needs to be safe. And so once that is done, we can frown and know that it's really there's a smile behind there. Because until we are, you know, able to close your eyes and relax, then so it's heavy duty stuff, but this is how civilization works. We take elements and we refine them and we trade them. If they are radioactive, we contain them. If they are illuminating, we must liberate them, or you you could get those wires crossed. And so that poem is really, really, really exciting for me, because if you understand the economy or economics, then sociology is your obvious, that is your market. Okay, society, a healthy society that does not worry, is not in a hurry, but that doesn't have to rhyme everything. It's not like a child's book where everything, you know, coddling us. You know, it's so okay. That's it. And I'm working on marine engineering. So inventions. It's all about inventions, vehicles, but also platforms. Okay, so this is where people want to be. It's like the pantheon, the marine structures that like Venice or Amsterdam, they built out of the sea. You know, the recreation of Atlantis in a micro containable, not containable, portable. You know, the container is just sand and water. So you have these structures, and it's just like this fantastic sort of design of simplicity. So that is really the main thing. Simplicity of transportation. So I see people with excess baggage, and I see that they're from the ancient first world. Okay, so Europe and China, with people with too much baggage, you know. And so this is a problem. We're trying to consume our way through life, and that's not what life is about. Life is about producing happy societies, and not being a machine, not saying, oh, I want to buy. You know, that's when your heartstrings are going the wrong direction on the big wheel that moves everything. You could say that's the sun, but maybe it's, it's really petroleum, isn't it? The big wheel. We're like, oh, if I just had something made out of plastic, I would be rich, like the computers. And so we have to, like, when you have oil, you have high sulfur oil now. The good stuff is gone. Like 500 years ago, there was just these very contained empires, and in the last 500 years, we have gone off to the ends of the world, like the ends of the social fabric. So these loose ends, and so they're so desperate to weave in like a polyester sort of extension or something like that of our self-esteem. So this oil now is the crude oil, the high sulfur oil. And so this is, when you get these bad products, you start thinking, oh, there's all this stuff at the 99-cent store. Why don't we just go buy a bunch of junk, and like Huns, with their giant shopping carts pushing them down the road, the bag lady, and like then you start playing the plastic bag, that kind of stuff, so the software in the machine, in the vehicle, that makes sure that we are going where we want to go. We're like cogs, and that we are making the best connections, without trying to figure out what the best connection is, because the psychology there is looking for someone who wants more. They're saying, oh, you want more, you want cheap stuff, right? And that, oh, cheap, So what we want is less stuff and more energy between the connections, so that we feel the energy before we are even there, so this is the software. Okay, so so your hardware and your software need to work together, so that the minimal amount of stuff is going to give you the maximum amount of happiness, and it's going to make other people happy. It's not like your stuff, and you are in control of that stuff. It is functional stuff that is focused on those connections, those threads, that fabric that you weave out of the fine materials, right? This is it, okay? And, actually, okay isn't a question. I'm not okay. I think everything is funny, and so I wrote something here. I'm having mind block lately. Don't look at those. Okay. All right. So this is a skit in the frame. Okay. So I'm gonna be very serious now. Whoa! Did you hear that? What? Shh! 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 Shut up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't think that's funny. Not at all. I think you're a sick subhuman who wants to go downtown with the hottest girl he can marry. And eat crumpets in the park right off the ground with lemonade and coffee. And I think you've got a twisted sense of humor. It's all written here. I mean, perhaps my hand is obsessed. My hand. Okay, so I'm in Europe, and I've navigated myself here. Okay, so it's very difficult. I meet the girls I meet. They say they're 20. I say me too, and they say they roll over laughing, right? And I'm like, wow, watching them roll over. And so in my mind, really, I'm like 14. Okay, so this is true. Okay, so when you're very young, you're just more spirited. You're not any less intelligent or wise. You're just in the right place or in the wrong place. Um, this was supposed to be funny. I was supposed to be very dramatic, saying, you know, did you hear that? But it's everything. Everything is funny to me. So this is, the nature of social ecology, of geography, of liberation versus chaos. Okay, so the consumerism, like, oh, if we could open a Walmart in an American prison, we would be so happy because then everyone would be buying stuff. You fill your cell completely full of polyester. Maybe, I hope this is a good jacket, new jacket. So, this vehicle of the future, um, it is, what's the word? An analogy of everything, like our feet. So, social policy. I'm writing here. Okay, so I wanted to mention one thing here. When I was a kid, we didn't have sugar until about 1984, when my sister was about 5 or 6. We had sold our house and started getting money. My grandparents started visiting more often from Florida. In California, my parents were hippies, right? So we didn't have sugar. We didn't put it on our cereal. And now people take whatever they want, and so this is not really. So that's that liberty, that, oh, just, have whatever you want, buy anything, and we we have a representational society. The society is representational. So without the leaders, without the spirited presence, the geographic mm, realities, okay? So, and focus. I mean, I can't focus. I act like a teenager, okay? Everything's funny, okay? But so, and I'm not sure if anyone is listening. I'm listening. Okay, so, yeah, so whatever. Difficult to focus, but mm, I want to help the world. Um, I've been like, I feel like I'm squeezed into this position, this manifest geographic um, um, norm. It's a form, okay? So the norm, the form, the formula is not merely endless. It's not. It's it's not just, you know. There is. Um, it's very difficult to say because we're talking about the heartstrings leading the way, and the East and the West both giving input, um, polypsychological orders to take this, take that, buy, you know, and to conquer the land. So we have to balance this out. This is it's a fundamental thing, and so it's art and science, right? The art of science. It's rhetoric give you heartburn, but so we're like, after like ha ha ha, laughing away. Um, so I'm sure you're reading my mind now. That's without staring, because we want to. Um, it's it is. It's hard to say. Very difficult. Dankeschön.